All right, guys, where we going?
Disney World!
Where you going, man?
Disney!
You sure?
Yeah!
Where you going?
Disney World!
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're going to Disney!
Y'all might be going to El Segundo for all you know.
Hi!
Where you going to?
Disney World!
Disney World!
Where you going?
Boca Raton. Oh, I'm sorry. Disney!
Ain't that about nothing, please?
Hi!
Hi, my name's Jariah, and we're going to Disney World! But first, we have to go to a house.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
We're going to the...
Welcome to another episode of Orlando Family Fun. It's me, Melvin. I had the pleasure of being here with my wife, Andrea,
Hello.
and with my daughter, Jordan.
Hi.
And today we are going to, oh, they're waving at you. And today we're going to talk about Universal Studios, in particular, a couple of the new things that are happening, some construction. We'll start with what's happening at Woodpecker KidZone. Obviously, it's closed. It just closed down Monday. That is Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster, the DreamWorks Experience, Five Folds Playland, Curious George Goes to Town, and that includes the ball pit in the back. And I do believe that's all. What is still open is the E.T. Adventure, SpongeBob SquarePants, and I do believe the Animals Actor, although I've heard they may close, but I think right now it's still open. And then the little pizza place they had right back behind it, which is kind of seasonal. But it is closing. For us, there's a lot of nostalgia to it. And I'll just ask you guys, what do y'all think about it?
I'm really sad. I really do like the SpongeBob that they added because it was really cute. But just thinking of the Curious George one closing, and they already took Barney and Woodpecker, all that stuff closing makes me really sad because, like, I remember watching my little sister when she was like one, waddle around Curious George land. But yeah, I kind of figured it was coming just because it wasn't really a popular area. But I guess I just wasn't ready for them to actually take it. And that other play area, I don't know. I don't even know what you said it was called. That's how much I don't.
The Five Folds Playland?
Yeah, I never really played in there like that.
It's kind of a little play area, but it does have like a little where you can get,
Water slide or something like that.
yeah, it has a water slide where you can put like a little tube. I mean, it's not for big kids, but I mean, I know we took a Case and a Ride, they played on it a lot.
Yes, I haven't. I mean, that one I'm only sad to see it go because that's what I have known to be there, but not sad to see it go because I was like playing on it all the time. And I'm mad they're taking the ball pit. It's so not
Good memories in there.
We've had so many wars.
Yeah, one of our best memories of Universal Studios. Back in 2011, we went and we played in the Curious George play area, but then we found our way to the ball pit, and we just started a war. It wasn't crowded, and as a matter of fact, I think it was just us and a couple of other members of the people that worked at the Universal cast members, and they joined in, and we had kind of a war going on, and it was the most fun. We did 2 hours, just having fun shooting balls at each other. So, and again, I have a lot of memories of the Curious George land and even just the whole Woody Woodpecker area. I mean, just watching all my daughters go through Barney Jordan's first time there, she was about what 15 months, something like that, and she was very alert as soon as Barney came on. He held her attention and
Dancing on the lap.
yeah, danced on the lap. And then the next time we went, she was singing songs and so it was it has a lot of nostalgia for us. Even SpongeBob SquarePants, I love that being able to go see SpongeBob, Patrick, and all them and. Occasionally, I know Scooby Doo comes out there in that area, and so yeah, I'd really and even the Barney play area was really cute. Watching my kids go through that, run there, getting autographs with them, and Andre, what do you say? What say you?
What say I? Kind of like what you guys have already said, is just that there's just so many memories there for us as a family and just the kids and the things that you all have done, and the time that we spent just in that area. We have stories that we tell every year. We talk about stuff that that we've done there. But so it is sad to see it go. But I understand growth and I understand changing. I don't understand why they didn't do what to me seems like would be the obvious, unless my husband has a theory about that he will tell you about, why they don't do this. And that is that I feel like with everything, the way that that's set up, that whole little area could truly be Bikini Bottom for SpongeBob, because you already have him in the entrance, to going into that land. You already have the store there. All of our kids still to this day go to stand in the line to take a picture with SpongeBob and Patrick, Squidward. That's just a staple. That's a thing that we just know they're going to do that. We're going to go take pictures with SpongeBob. It makes so much sense to me, because that's a water-oriented area anyway already, that it wouldn't take much to turn that into a Bikini Bottom. You have the different areas that could be different aspects of Bikini Bottom. There's just so much that can be done there that it's just a no-brainer to me that we wouldn't do that. And so, Melvin has an idea of why maybe they don't do that. I don't know that much about that, but I mean, it could be the reason why they won't do it.
The only thing, I don't have anything background, evidence, but my only thing is that, for the past couple of decades, whatever, Nickelodeon's put out of Orlando for whatever reason. They used to have the Nick games. I forget which one it was, but the one with Dave Azier in it. And they used to have that game show on the other side next to what now is Ripper Rocket Hollywood. And they used to have the fountain and everything for the slime, and so they had an area. Nickelodeon had a presence there. For whatever reason, they started pulling out. I know they started moving everything to Hollywood because they want, they was going to make that pretty much their TV and movie place in Hollywood. So they kind of shipped everything from Florida to Hollywood. But they had a ride that was Jimmy Neutron. That's not a Minions now. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But they had him come Jimmy Neutron. They went through all the Nickelodeon shows, but then they left and obviously went to the Minions. And then Nickelodeon one time had a hotel there. It was run by Holiday Inn. Now I think it's complete Holiday Inn, and the Nickelodeon is no longer there. So I don't know if there's some kind of contract that Nickelodeon and I would say that, but Nickelodeon still has SpongeBob. He still SquarePants, and they still have him and Dora in the parade. So I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't. To me, it's natural. I think that Nickelodeon want to stay in Orlando. It's just family capital of the world. So you think they want to have some kind of presence there? You think that SpongeBob would be the perfect spot because, like you said, it is a water area. The place where those DreamWorks is now, the DreamWorks experience to me was a bad idea to begin with. Just to, at least the Barney was a show and kids loved it, and maybe it wasn't drawing people like it should. But just replace it with some characters that danced and rotated the whole time. Just to me, it was a waste of space to me.
Yeah.
But I'll let Barney there for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but for that you could turn that into now a SpongeBob sing along. You have all the characters, from Miss Puff to Larry the Lobster to Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, and all those guys in there singing songs because everybody knows the SpongeBob
Jordan
songs.
knows all the songs.
Yeah, Joy knows them all.
Maybe she'll sing this one.
And they are, I'm a goofy goober, yeah. But it, it's a perfect spot for it, and it's been around. SpongeBob's been around since '96, so I mean, it's got adults that love him as well as kids. So you got a intergenerational, attraction to it. So to me, that's perfect. Obviously, then you have the Woody Woodpecker Nut House coaster, which could be that roller coaster they had at Glove World.
Glove World.
Yeah. So I forget the
Fiery Pistol.
Fistal Pain. That's right.
Yes.
So you can have that. And there's a picture of it in a SpongeBob store. So I mean, obviously the pizza place that's next to could become the Krusty Krab. Even the walk-up Krusty Krab, just kind of do the facade a little bit, make it a walk-up Krusty Krab. And then of course the Curious George Land could be, Bikini Goo Lagoon. I mean, you could have the whole, area for, and you don't really have to do that much. I guess the whole big thing, and it kind of makes you wonder how long it's going to take for them to do this, is that obviously they're doing Epic Universe. They just announced they're doing a small park in Texas. So, I mean, they're going to have resources tied up. Do they really want to go through and tear down everything in Nickelodeon and then the Woodpecker KidZone and then try to build back up? Or would they just rather redeem stuff? Obviously, it's cheaper to redeem.
It's already there.
Yeah, a lot of stuff's
There's
already
no
there.
reason to tear nothing down.
I
They
mean,
can repaint.
Yeah. They can do a facade for
Yeah.
the bikini with the Goo Lagoon in the back. And then, just some stuff in the front. But, the building, keep the store. Yeah, put a facade around the pizza place and, Krusty Krab pizza or just really Krusty Krab burgers, whatever. And, I mean, you got something that to me could be put up, within a year if you want to do that. But I don't know what they're going to put there. I've heard DreamWorks is going to have something there, but they turned the DreamWorks thing down, so I don't know.
Question. No, so here's the thing though. If we were to do all of that, and I say we because if they want to hire me, I'll do But what happens to ET? We've now drowned out ET.
But this is the thing with ET, and it's probably going to happen regardless. See, when I first heard they were starting to plan this, and I do believe before the Woody Woodpecker KidZone came, the entrance to ET was in another place.
Okay.
So it's probably they could reroute the entrance somewhere else, either to the Hollywood and Vine, or the very front entrance or something, or they could just have it to where it could stay where it is. I mean, it could just be a part of it,
Right.
which kind of makes me wonder still about the DreamWorks is because DreamWorks is under Spielberg, which is obviously ET, but Amblin, which is ET, is under that. So, I mean, it could be just a way for them to keep that there and kind of incorporate all that together.
Yeah.
But if they wanted to, they could put the entrance in a different place if they just really want to do that.
Okay.
So
Universal, call us. We have ideas.
yeah, I got our plans and everything. We could really make this thing good.
We got this going.
So, and before the whole thing, I don't know if anybody remembers, but before any of that was there, it was actually the house out of Psycho was set back there. So, if you want to take a picture in front of the House of Psycho, the Bates Hotel,
Yeah.
that's where you should sit at. So,
Think about this from a business standpoint. They're going to, if they just, let's just say they reimagined it, right? And they did the whole Bikini Bottom theme and everything. Whatever they put into that, which is only going to be some painting, essentially, it's truly going to be some painting. Whatever that cost is going to pay for itself over and over and over. SpongeBob has been around for 30-some years. Our oldest daughter, who's just turned 25, is an avid SpongeBob head all the way down through the rest of our kids, all the way down to the 9-year-old.
I think we all are.
We all are. So obviously that's going to be a gravitational, people are going to want to go see it. They're going to want to be immersed in it. They're going to want to see it. They want to sing the songs. They want to go to the Goo Lagoon and play in the water. They want all that. All that still is just going to make that a more bustling area again. So you're going to bring more people back into that area. They're going to flood, back into that area. That means you're going to have more money spent in the SpongeBob Squares. What is it?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Store pants, that one. You're gonna have more money spent there. You're gonna have money spent at the Krusty Krab because maybe people didn't eat pizza. I don't particularly care to buy pizza like that, but I might go get a burger at the Krusty Krab.
Get a burger everywhere else.
Yeah.
Diner, you
So,
get a burger. So,
I mean, it's gonna pay for itself, even with the stuff they want to do in Texas and everything. The universe, the Epic Universe thing. I just don't think it's going to. I think it can only help. Is what I think. To have something working perfectly that doesn't take a lot of effort or money, revenue, and they can potentially build off of it. Just the profit margin goes up on that, and that's more money they can put into Epic and stuff they wanted to.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's cheaper. I mean, just leave everything as and just redo it. I mean, you obviously have to put some. I mean, I don't know. It'd be cool if you made SpongeBob's house and Patrick's rock and Squidward's big eagle Easter Island statue. That would be cool. That could be almost like a playland if Eiffels the Playhouse Eiffels Play area. There could be a playland for that. Just a lot of ideas they can go. I mean, I would think that's the most logical thing. Again, I don't hear that. I mean, I've heard everything from that. They've been really hush hush about it. I've actually been pretty amazed at how little is coming out about what they're doing with that area. But that's what I would favor. If I could do that, it'd be SpongeBob all the way. I prefer that over the other rumors of like the Legends of Zelda or another DreamWorks area. I mean, I've read that they say that for an expansion of Epic Universe or something, because there's a lot of things you could do with that if you wanted to.
Right.
Obviously, I mean, what are you gonna do with? Because you still have a couple of popular DreamWorks things. Name it with Shrek. You want to keep them there somehow, but I don't know what you can do. Rethink something else, or they have so many buildings that you can do something. But, so it's gonna be interesting to see what that goes on. Hopefully, I don't know if there's been a date announced for when that really will open. Like I said, I don't even know what they plan on doing, or I haven't heard any rumors or anything about it. So we'll keep our ears open. I guess the next thing we got is obviously VillainCon is coming to the main section of Universal Studios, taking over Shrek 4D. I actually really love Shrek 4D. I hate that Shrek 4D is gone. I think the ride technology was getting old, and you can kind of hear the hydraulics as you go through the movie. But it was Shrek. I mean, Shrek was just about the coolest person out there. So you somehow, hopefully, would love to see Shrek stay there. Hopefully, there'll be another Shrek attraction or something somewhere. But we'll go to Jordan. What say you on the new VillainCon and now it's going to be, I guess, a whole Minion Mayhem area, with a restaurant and possible Hollywood Rip the Rocket being rethemed to more of like a banana for the Minions because it's their favorite food. What say you, Jordan?
Well, I didn't know about the VillainCon. I didn't know that they had actually decided on what that was going to be. I knew that when they took it away, they were hanging like Minion stuff all over it and stuff. So we kind of figured it was going to be something Minion. But I do like the Minion. I think they're cute. And I did like the Despicable Me Minion Mayhem ride. I thought that was fun. But I guess I'm just not that much of a Minions fan to be super excited about, I guess, a couple more rides in a restaurant. Like, I don't see myself being like, oh my gosh, these Minions are like being like that. But I think they're cute. And maybe it's just because I was really in love with Shrek 4D, and so I really felt like they could have just gave it some new technology, maybe a new storyline, and kept going with it. And then for them to take literally every, like, Shrek anything, like, it's gone. That was like, seriously, like, you could take the ride, but you could at least least kept a little gift shop,
Gift
or you
something.
know, even in the new Universal store, like gave it some Shrek something. And I don't, I don't know. I don't ride with Bright Rocket, so I can't say like, oh, why would they turn that into a banana? I don't understand the banana, but I don't ride that ride for me to be really heartbroken about that. I guess it's just understanding the concept of the banana.
Yeah, I mean, banana is just Minions' favorite food. You know, that's what they go crazy off of. So
Banana.
yeah, so they go crazy off bananas, and then you can have the big hill, obviously being you put a big mural or something out there, a banner of a banana out there, and have the Minions like going crazy. I don't know, you know, paint the whole thing yellow and have Minion sounds throughout of it, but obviously the only thing about it is that you have on board music. You know, there's a bunch of songs on the headrests, and so I don't know how that would go with the Minion sounds on it, but you know, it's
I guess so.
But,
Because that might be like the song that, you know, when you come back in from the ride being over.
yeah, you can do that, but I don't know. You know, I think the whole area could be cute. Depends on how they theme it. You know, I know the Villain Con will have a different facade than the Shrek. You know, it's obviously been taken down. It looks like I've seen something where it's gonna have like a big V in it in the middle of it. That could be an M, but it's just a section I've seen that could be a V. In the whole area, they can just leave the building because they can make it look like you're going into a convention center somewhere. If you go to any, you know, Comic-Con or anything, you go into a convention center, that's what it looks like. And they can do that. And the Villain Con is supposed to be a stand-up attraction where similar to the Toy Story Mania at Disney. You use weapons from the villains. They are there to show the weapons and everything. You use weapons to fire different objects, and you're standing on this conveyor belt that takes you to different sections, and you would just shoot those different things. And what I hear, you know, some Hollywood Horror Night fans may be upset, but I know some of the area behind the Shrek building was actually used for the Halloween Horror Nights, and they're going to take that up for the VillaCon. So it's going to be a fairly nice size of attraction. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know how they're going to do the whole area because I think the restaurant that was Universal Monsters Cafe is now going to be themed to Minions, and that also taken to the area that was right next door to it and right across from the Shrek 4D ride was where Shrek and Donkey's meet and greet was. That's going to become, I guess, maybe a villain's meet and greet, or no, it could be a VillaCon meet and greet or Minions meet and greet, or, you know, Gru. So it's going to be interesting. I did like Shrek. I think Shrek needs to be somewhere in the park. But, you know, we'll kind of see. Again, the only thing that's been confirmed is the VillaCon is coming. And we kind of thought about that when the first Shrek movie came out. One of the first T-shirts that came out was Shrek, the Minions on a road trip to Florida. And so who knows, maybe that was kind of a precursor to all this.
Maybe so.
But
I
other
think
than that,
VillaCon would be cute.
yeah, it can be
I
cute.
think
It's
that
just,
could be cute. I don't think it needs to. I don't think Minions should dominate that whole front part of the park when you come in. Just because, if I'm thinking about like our kids, like our youngest kids are 9 and 11. They know who the Minions are. They watch the movies, but it's not something that they just gravitate to. It's not, you know, like they're okay with it, but they, you know, it's not a big deal right now. So I feel like maybe they thought because we have the Minions already there, we'll just expand them and then we'll just, you know, and that could be that. But I don't really think that they thought that through. Even with a new movie coming out, I don't know. That could help. It might draw in more fans, newer fans, younger fans. You know, some more of the kids might get interested again for a bit. But I don't know. I don't know that it's going to bring what they think it's going to bring. But I don't want to be a Debbie Downer either. Or no offense to Debbie, but
Debbie gets such a bad rap.
She does. But I don't know. I think it's one of those things we're just gonna have to see. what it does. You know, it can be cute. It may even be fun. I do want to see the Billicon. I want to see what that's about.
I
But
think it's gonna
other
be
than
pretty
that,
cute.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the whole section become. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna theme it, how they're gonna redeem the rest of the area because there was never really a set place for Shrek. I mean, not for Shrek, but for the Minions. I mean, you had the house, and that's taken up in Minions Mayhem. Villicon, you had that one place, and I guess you had the castle, and then that one. I guess it's probably the same movie where the character played by Sandra Bullock. They became the Minions became kings of England,
Oh yes.
and
Yeah.
so maybe you can put a castle out there. I don't know. Disney might be mad about that. Who knows? So I guess it's different ways you can go, but it was actually never a set place you could always go to in a Minions movie or the Despicable Me movie and say, okay, that's that city, and that's where the Minions grow, and that's that's like the thing. When you see that area, you know what it is. So I don't know how you would theme that area,
Right.
but I don't know. Somebody makes a lot more money than me is figuring it out, and
Yeah.
I would
Call
say,
us.
yeah, call us. I probably take a better idea, but we'll see. It'd be interesting, and, it may be a decent area for kids to go to. I don't know what the ride requirements would be for the the Villain Con because you always have to be able to stand up. But I guess if you had babies with a stroller could go in or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see and wait. But as for any other thing I think is going on in Universal, I mean, not that I could think of. You know what? There's something going on around. I guess it's Hollywood and Vine where all the stores with Lucy and I guess now the Hello Kitty places now, but the whole other section going from there to the Woodpecker and all that area back there.
Down past Mills and all that.
Yeah, going past that area. All the buildings, all the stores on one side, that's on the side where the golly, I'm trying to think what the name of the place is now.
Well, the Rocky, not Rocky Horror. What was the horror?
Yeah, we're by where the Rocky Horror Show is, and where
Yeah.
the used to be Terminator 2, but it's not Born Identity. I forgot about that. But that whole area over there with the stores, I think it's a store called Chow or something like that, and I think there's if it's a Max Factor or something like that. But I think they were like different tribute stores and stuff. They were actually never those stores, but they were just stores. But the whole thing's been, all the stores have been closed. The tribute stores I think it's going to probably make an entrance there again. It's going to be a lot bigger, which would be a tribute to past stuff from Universal. Just be a lot bigger store. They just may take the whole side versus just a little section that they had before. But right now, those buildings are closed down. You can't go in them. I think there was a photo shop there, something like that. And so,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and I think the tribute store right now is in the Brown Derby. So, at some point, I guess they were doing all that. They got like 10 of all the windows you can't see in them, and I guess they're doing construction then. But other than that, that's the only construction I can think of at Universal Studios. So, but if anybody has any questions, definitely get in touch with us. You can reach me at carmode@yahoo.com. Ask me any questions you want. Also, I do have a website. And if you need to make vacation plans for Orlando or anywhere in the world, you can go to the site. I can help you get set up. It's www.carmovacations.com, and it's CARRMOAD vacations.com. Or you can go to my other site, which is called melvincar.intellitravel.com. And again, we can take care of all your vacation needs. Please also go to my YouTube channel, which is Orlando Family Fun. Please subscribe. We'd like to see our family get as big as it can. Also hit the like button if you like this video, and hit the bell notification button for our next video that's going to come up. We'll be talking about something, and possibly have our other daughters in, and when they get in, things can kind of go awry. So you might want to check that next one out. But for right now, we're going to say bye to you guys. We love you guys, and we shall talk to you tomorrow.
God bless. Bye.